It's Gurley power. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the difference.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, touchdown LA. Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Looking to throw. He's got a man. It's something that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them. They get scouting reports. They start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 15 carries, 66 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
They'll look to throw here. Underneath for Johnson. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. To throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, with the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Gurley again here on first down, finding some room at midfield. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's gone. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Shell. 12. 14.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carried.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's sharp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain, but he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now Goff on first down. Flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Dawson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to... And this is caught. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Leopard! Leopard! Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Set! Blue landing!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3 times.
Filet,
there you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give him an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now let's go. 3:19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Green, 39.
Johnson on the counter, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll be out of bounds but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
17.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Goff toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They give it to him running left, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Shaq Lawson in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Good move by Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Down right around the 25. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try the air now with Goff. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back to throw here. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Looking to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Dumps it off to Gurley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Again, they run with Gurley. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Goff, escaping the pressure right. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Shaq Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a throw right sideline is complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw now on first down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Sharp. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw here. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Goff going to throw it. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seemed a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They find some open field here. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.